call is now being recorded.
Good afternoon, students. So let's see the continuity of your expression tree. Okay, last class we discussed about expression tree. What do you mean by expression tree? And we solved problems in post. That is, using postfix expression. How we can construct a expression tree, isn't it? So we discussed about the three types of expressions: postfix, prefix, infix. In that, using postfix expression, how we can construct an expression tree, we discussed in our morning session, isn't it? So today we are going to discuss about that is a continuity of your expression tree. First, let me tell you once again the postfix expression. Okay, that is the second method. Okay, it's very easy. So let us refresh this topic. Okay, then we move on to your prefix expression. So it will be easy for you. So it's second method. What happens means, so vice, that is you have to see your expression, that is your input from right to left. Am I correct? So from here to here you have to see. So first you have to take your last character, that is your plus. Okay, it happens to be an operator, and after that what you have to do, you have to create a node, and you have to after creating a node, you have to insert that element. Okay, that is the operator. And second method, you have to follow two rules. If it is internal nodes, means that is there you can have your operators as in your internal nodes, and operands has to be placed only in the leaves. Leaf in sense, in your leaf you should not have any branches. Okay, you should not have any that is, you should not have any children or child. Okay, and all the operand, that is two numbers or alphabet, should be placed on your leaf node. And if I say operator, definitely you will have a operands. Okay, so therefore what happens means that operand should be placed in the internal nodes. Internal nodes means it will have branches. Okay, so first one I constructed this plus. Okay, and if it is a operator, I created a node. Okay, the creation of node is over, and I mark this one as your current node. Okay, this is your root node as well as this is your current node. So this plus one is over. Next I move on to your division operator, that is slash. So slash, what I am going to do means, so for this postfix expression, I have to give preference to the right side. Okay, that is the right child of the current node. So right child of the current node is that is here, this part. Okay, so I have to create another node. Okay, and I have to insert this slash over here, and this should be placed on the right side of your this current node. Now after doing this, you have to mark this node should be marked as the current node. Now here you are in this part. Next one, you have to move to your from slash. I'm going to see this next character, that is 8. So 8 is a operand. Okay, definitely that going to be a leaf node, isn't it? So where I'm going to place means I'm going to place actually slash is the operator. Okay, so from this current node I have to move towards your right side only, because this is a operand, so I can have a child, that is a branches. So I'm going to connect this 8 over here. Okay, so after connecting this 8, I have to go for a next particular character. So next character from 8 is 3. So for 3, I am in the current node, I am here in 8, isn't it? So 8 happens to be a operand. Okay, if it is a operand means that then already we know that operand should be a leaf node. Leaf node means you should not have any branches. So from 8, that is a 8 node, I cannot have left to right branches, something like this. So what happens here? Here the node is terminated, isn't it? So from this 8, I have to backtrack to the parent of this particular 8 node. Who is the parent of 8 is nothing but slash. Okay. So for this, I have to take the backtrack over here. So when I am here means right side is over, that is right side is occupied. Then I have to give preference to the left side. Okay. So left side is a free vacant. So where I can place this 3 means, so I got the vacant place, that is the left side of this slash node. So here I have to place the 3. Okay, can you follow here? And now this 3 is your current node. Now you are in this third node. Next one, from this 3 you have to move on to your next character, that is asterisk. So you are in this particular node, that is 3. 3 happens to be your operand. So if it is an operand, means it should be a leaf node. From leaf node I should not have any other branches, isn't it? So I have to move on to the parent node. So for this parent node, both this left and right is over. So what happens means, again I have to go for a backtracking of this parent node. When I go for this backtracking of this parent node, right side of this part is over. Okay, so I have to visit the left side. Yes, here I have a space for the left side. So here I am going to create a node. So in that node I am going to place the asterisk, that is your multiplication operator over here. Okay, so now my current node is this particular node. Okay, so from that where I have to visit means I have to go to your first preference should be given to your right side. Okay, since this is a postfix expression, I have to give preference to your right side. Always you remember this one, for a postfix expression, from your current node you have to give preference to your right side. When right side is occupied means, in that case you have to give preference to your left side. Okay, so for this current node my right side is free. Okay, so I can insert this element 6 over here. So right side of the this asterisk node I inserted this 6 over here. Okay, so now here what happens, 6 happens to be your operand. Definitely after this I can't insert anything. So again I have to go for a backtracking of this parent node. So right side is completed. So I have to create a left side node. So after creating this left side, what element I can insert means 2 can be inserted. So this one 2 is inserted. So this process is repeated till I reach the end of the input. Now end of the input is 2. So within when I reach this 2 means it says that this is the end of my input. Okay, so within this I stop creating a expression tree. So this is your second method for your postfix expression. I hope you follow the second method. Shall I go for your next that is your next type of expression, that is a prefix expression. If this is okay means, then you can easily understand the prefix expression, because you all know that that is a prefix is the opposite that of your postfix expression. Yes, is it okay, ma? Shall I continue?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, ma. So now next one is you are going to construct an expression tree. Okay, so that is here using this prefix expression. So can you guess how you have to construct this prefix expression? So for your postfix expression, that is your for a postfix expression be visited from right to left, isn't it? So what happens in your postfix expression? You have to visit from left to right. In this way you have to visit. Okay, just opposite that of your postfix expression. That is, you have to visit, you have to take preference, you have to take your input symbols from left to right. Okay, this way you have to take. So when you visit this way, so what happens? Now my plus operator takes the first symbol. Okay, so I am going to take the plus operator. Okay, the same thing we did in our postfix expression. I am going to create a node. Okay, can you follow this one? So I am going to create a node. Okay, then what happens means, so let us consider there is mark this one as your current node. So now I am in a plus operator. So this creation part is over. So next let us go for your asterisk. Okay, so next symbol is nothing but your asterisk. So it is your operator. Okay, so now I am going to I have a confusion where I have to create either left side or right side of your root node, isn't it? So for your prefix expression, what happens? You give preference to your left side. Okay, so when your left is completed means you give preference to your right side. So for your prefix side, So in your left, I am going to put this asterisk. Okay, can you follow this one? Because this is the opposite that of your prefix expression. So you compare with that always positive expression. Okay, so I enter this asterisk in your left side, not on your right side. Okay, so next element is 2. So if the next element is 2 means your current is in you're in a asterisk. Okay, isn't it? You are in a asterisk node. So from that asterisk node, and I'm going to put the element 2 over here. Okay, so after creating this one, I have to move on to year 6. So for your 6, what happens? This is that is your when I want to insert this one. So previous element is 2. Okay, so 2 is a leaf node. So I can't insert this 2, isn't it? If it is a leaf node, means you will not have any branches. So I move on to a parent node over here. So from this asterisk, what happens? I prefer a right side. Okay, I have vacant only on the right side of this node. So I'm going to create a node over here. And after creating this, I'm going to put 6. Okay. So next one, after completing this one, I have next element is slash. So where I will put the slash means, so for this 6, this right side is over. So I go for this parent node. So again, this parent node left to right is over. So what happens from here? Again, I enter into this parent node plus. So from plus, I'm going to enter that is create another node. So I'm going to create another node. I'm going to place this slash over here. Okay. So from the slash is over. Next, I'm going to go for this 3. Okay. So 3 means my current node is slash. Now currently I have completed created node is slash. So from this slash, I have to visit only on the left side because this is a prefix expression. So I have to give preference to the prefix. So I'm creating another node over here. And I'm going to enter this 3. Okay. So after entering this 3, what happens? In order to enter this 8, so this is the that is your operand. That is a leaf node. So I have to backtrack to this parent node. So for this parent node, right element, that is the right child is vacant. So I have to create another that is your node, and I can put this element over here. So this is where you have to construct expression tree for your prefix expression. Yes. So for your prefix expression, so first operator will be your root node. Okay. And for postfix expression, last operator will be your root node. So that thing you have to remember. Okay. So next, let us move on to your construction of expression. Okay, that is your by using infix expression, how we can do that is your how we can construct your expression using your infix expression. Can you see this expression? So let us consider this is an infix expression. So what do you mean infix expression? When your operator is placed between your two operands means, then we call that type of expressions can be called as some infix expressions. Okay, so operators will will exist in between your two operands, isn't it? So this is an example of your infix expression. Let's see how we can construct an expression tree using infix expression. Okay, so here any guess? So how we can construct this one? So for this, you have to see the priority operator priority. Okay, you have to see the operator priority, and I am going to name the priority wise. Okay, so which operator will be executed first according to this expression? Which expression or which operator will be evaluated first? Any guess? So you have this expression. Can you see this expression? Division operator be executed first. And why division operator? You will know which one, which part you will execute first, not division. Which one you will execute? So when this expression is given to you means you will give priority to which expression you will, yes, parenthesis, definitely you will give preference to the parenthesis. So here you have one parenthesis and here you have another parenthesis, and innermost parenthesis you have another thing is you have an innermost parenthesis. Okay, so when you compare these two parentheses, okay, let us consider this is your first parenthesis and this is your second parenthesis, that is a bracket expression which is there inside a bracket, and this is the expression which is there inside a bracket. Among this, which one you will give, which operator you will give preference, either minus or plus or star, which one will be executed first? Any guess? 1, 2 or 3? Yes, among this, star gets executed first. Exactly. So you are going to execute the star first, isn't it? So what I'm going to do means I am going to give the that is a preference for this, that is a star, let it be preference, that is first I am going to execute only this operator. So I'm going to mark this one as 1. Okay, so next one, after executing this one, which one gets executed? So after star, which one will be executed? So then you go for another parenthesis, plus or minus? See, so like let us consider you completed this part. Okay, so after this you have minus slash plus, isn't it? So this one is there in your one parenthesis, that is a brackets, and this part is there in your another parenthesis. Okay, so you have to compare these two, and if you see this first expression and second expression, both contains the that is their have the equal priority, isn't it? If you have a equal priority means you have to go from left to right. Am I correct? So if you have an equal priority means then you have to give preference to, that is from your left to right. That is, first you have to execute your minus, then you have to execute plus. Am I correct? So after executing the star, you have to give preference to your minus. So you will have a second priority will be given to your minus, at third priority will be given to your plus, and at last only you are going to execute this slash. Am I correct? So when you will execute this division operator means at the end only you are going to execute the operator. So what happens? So first I'm going to execute the star operator, okay, and second I'm going to execute the minus operator, and third you are going to execute your plus operator, and fourth only you are going to execute your slash operator. So can you follow this one? So your first step is that you have to give the priority number to all the operator. Suppose if you have your expression means in that expression, first step you have to give priority to all the operators. Suppose if you have equal priority means then you have to give priority to your left, then you have to move on to your right. Okay, so you mark your priority in this way. This is your first step. Second step, let's see what happens. So I am going to arrange this one in your descending order. Okay, so that is, let us consider 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so first I am going to take the slash. What's the second one? After the slash, third priority I have plus, isn't it? In third I have plus, and second I have minus, and one I have asterisk. Can you follow this one? So in this way I have given the priority. So first priority is given to asterisk, second priority is given to minus, and third priority is given to plus, and least priority is given to slash, isn't it? So in order to construct your infix expression, always you remember that for the operations which have given the least priority, okay, that has to be considered as a root node. Okay, so how will you take your root node means the operator which contains the least priority, so that particular operator to be taken as a root node. Can you follow this one? So now I am going to take the least priority. So 4 is the least priority, that is the slash is the least priority. So I am going to take that one as my root node. Okay, is any doubt? Can you follow this one? So first one, you marked all the priority number for the operator. So next one, you arranged all the operators according to the descending order, that is the priority wise. So I have taken the least priority, that is a slash, and I'm going to mark that slash as my root element. Okay. So after that, what I have to do means, now this slash is my root element. This is my current root element. The expressions, okay, so expressions which comes right side of this root should be taken as the right child of your slash. Adhe mari the expressions which is there in your left side, okay, so that should be taken as the left child of your root. Can you follow this one? So after taking your priority, that is, I have taken the slash as my root, then I have to categorize the left and right. Okay, so left I will have the expression as A minus B. Okay, and right side I will have the expressions types. I'm going to remove the brackets. Okay, so I will have the expressions as C star D then plus E. Can you follow this one? So this is the right side of this one and this is the left side. Okay. So first I identified the least priority of your operator in your infix expression. Then I classified my expression as left and right. So this one is your left and this one is your right. Can you follow this one? So this slash is over and I constructed the tree like this. So after completing this one, so what I have to do means I have to give preference for your which next one. If 4 is over means then I have to move on to your next priority, that is next least priority, that is your third, that is your plus operator. Now I am going to see where is the plus operator. So here I have the plus operator, isn't it? So in your plus operator, what I have to do, I have to this is the operator I identified plus. So after that, again, I have to categorize the left expression and right expression. And this E should be marked as the right expression. And this particular thing should be marked as the left expression. Can you follow this? So now I am going to construct the tree. Let me erase this one. So I am going to construct the tree. Okay, so here what happens, so I am going to have the plus. Okay, so plus I'm going to take that is your third one is plus. So right side I will get E. Okay, so right side I will get E and your left side I will have the expression as the C into D. Okay, you keep this expression as it is. First you should identify the operator. From that operator you have to separate your right expression as well as your left expression. So this plus is over. Next you have to go to your minus. Okay, so where this minus expression, so here you have the minus expression, isn't it? So now you have to categorize your left and right child. So this is the B will be your right child and A will be your left child, isn't it? And minus should be taken as a parent node or your root node. Okay, so I'm going to erase this part. Okay, so I'm going to have a minus should be there in your root node. So minus. So right side I should mark it as a and your left side you will have B. Okay, and last operator is the asterisk operator. So in your diagram you see this asterisk operator, this is the asterisk operator. Again for this asterisk operator, what you have to do, you have to split your left child as well as your right side. how will you split means right child you will have a D and left child you will have a C, isn't it? And after that, what you have to do? You have to construct a tree. So here in your root node, you will have a asterisk. Okay. So next one in your right side, you will have D. I hope Ali, you are also solving. Okay. Isn't it? So that's it. Okay, now you constructed your expression tree using infix expression. That's all. It's very simple. Okay, so what are the steps you have to remember in order to construct your infix expression means first step you have to give the that is a priority to all the operators. That should be your first step. Okay, next step, after giving the priority, try to arrange that one in your descending order. Then you take the least most priority operator and you mark that one as your root. Then you separate your left sub expression and right sub expression. Okay. So after that, you have to repeat this one for all the expression. Finally, you will get an expression tree. Yes, can you follow this one? Any doubt in this? Yes. Shall I proceed, ma? There's no doubt. What about others? Yes. Yes, okay, ma. So now you are going to construct an expression tree for your for the given expression. Okay. So take your notebook. Okay. Can you see this expression? Yes. Now can you see this expression? Yes. So now you construct an expression tree for this one. And finally, you tell me which operator will be placed in your root. Okay. I hope you are doing. So totally you have 5 operators. Okay. So for your first step, you have to give preference to your operators. So first, give priority numbers to your operators first. So that will be your first step. Which operator will be placed at the root? Yes. Any other answers? Sutika gave me plus. Saranya. Okay, all you are getting plus. Okay, so plus operator. Which plus operator? Ma? So this, I hope this operator, am I right? So this operator gets the least priority. Okay, so have you all constructed? Have you got this expression tree? Check your answer. So check your answer whether you're getting this expression tree. So first let me name, that is give the preference. So which one will be executed first means this star will be executed first, isn't it? Because you have the two parentheses, this expression as well as this expression. So among this, you have to, suppose if you have an equal preference means you have to go from left to right. So I give preference to this parenthesis. So this is marked as 1 and this place is marked as 2. when this is over means then I have plus plus star, isn't it? When I have this plus plus star, okay, so star get your high priority. So this I'm going to mark it as 3. And after that I have this plus and this plus. So I have an equal priority, isn't it? So if you have an equal preference means again you have to go from your left to right. So this is marked as 4 and this is marked as 5. Okay. So this will be your first step. Okay. After this, what you have to do, you have to arrange your arrange your operators in your least priority added. That is, first you will have a plus. Okay, this is your 5th position. Next one, what is it there in your 4th position? In your 4th position, again you have plus, and in your 3rd position you have multiplication. Okay, that is your asterisk. In your 2nd position you have plus, and in your 1st position again you have star. So I'm going to give least priority to this plus operator, isn't it? So this will be marked as a root, and the whole thing should be taken as the right, and this after this thing, the whole thing A plus B star C should be taken as the left. Okay, can you see this one? So the whole thing comes under your left and the whole thing comes under your right. Okay. So after doing this expression, now I go for a next operator, that is the plus. Okay. So which plus I have to take? This one. 4th one is I have to take this plus operator, isn't it? So I'm going to take this plus operator. So again, this after taking this one, what I have to do? I have to split the expression into right and left, isn't it? So now I have this plus operator. So what are the elements or expression which is there in your right side? B star C. So you take this one as your parent node, and left of this parent node you mark it as B star C, and your right side of this parent node you mark it as A. Okay, so in this way you have to do. So after this, let us consider I constructed this expression. So after doing this 4, I have to move on to your next operator, that is star, isn't it? So star is that is your 3 is star. So this I have to do. So for this expression, what happens? D star E plus F. So for this expression, how I will separate this expression? So expressions will be separated in this way. So middle you have to take the star. So this happens to be a right child of this star, and this D happens to be the left child of your star. So for this left child, I mark this D as a left child, and for your right side, the whole thing is marked as the right child of your this one star. Okay, can you follow this one? So after doing this, I go for your this plus, which is in your 2nd preference. So E star F. So this is in a 2nd preference I have to do. So this is given in your right child and this is given in your left child. So I have constructed your tree like this. So finally, I'm going to do this asterisk. This is the alone is left. So I'm going to construct this asterisk where this asterisk is over here. So for this asterisk, I have to construct the B and C. Okay. So this is how you have to do it for your infix expression. Yes. How many of you all got this expression tree, ma? The same expression tree, got the answer. How many of you got the answer? Okay, Shrutika got the answer. What about others? Shakti, Sri, Super, Matulasi, Mani, Satya, Saranya, Ashwin. Very good, very good. I hope you follow this Mogana, Kavya. Okay, ma, I hope you follow this construction of an that is you're using infix expression, how to construct your expression tree. Okay, so let us stop within this one. Okay, so please note down this one in your notebook. Okay, I have a 3 that is your expression. Please take this expression in your notebook. I want you people to solve this expression. Okay, so please you take this expression in your notebook. Can you see this expression? So please note down this expression. So first one is infix expression, second one is prefix expression, third one is postfix expression. Okay, you please take these three expression in your notebook, and you construct the expression tree and verify that you are getting the same expression. Okay, because all these three expression belongs to a similar expression only. Okay, so you will be getting only one expression, the same expression tree, and verify your answer by yourself itself. So I want you people to work this infix, prefix and postfix expression in your notebook. Yes. If you noted this expression in your notebook means, please tell me. If it is over means, please tell me. You have only 3 minutes. It's noted. Don't worry, ma. I'll be posting this PPT in your classroom today. Try to get this expression from that PPT and try to solve it. Okay. So let's move on to your next topic, that is your application of trees. Okay, so application of trees, already we discussed more about this tree data structure. So in our first class itself I said that where you can apply this tree data structure. Okay, so when you see your system, okay, how will you store your files in your PC or laptop means you will create a folder, or you will be that is, if you have a hard disk means that is separated, partition into drives. Each drive consists of folders, and each folders may consist of that is the internal folders you will have, and each folders may have files. Okay, so in this way they are partitioned, isn't it? So in order to do this file system, we are using this tree data structure. Okay, next one, searching algorithms. So if you want to search a limited amount of data, then you can prefer a list data structure. Say suppose if you want to search a more amount of data, that is your suppose if your database is lot, okay, you have a more records to be searched means, in that cases then you have to go for your tree data structure. So for your searching for a searching purpose, you can use this tree data structures works better than that of your linear data structure, because linear data structure you have to visit from first node to the node, that is your the data that is to be searched. Okay, so it may take more time, but in the case of a tree data structure, according to your algorithm, that is your, you can do your searching. Okay, so for doing a efficient searching, you can use this tree data structure. So next one is hierarchical classification. You all know that root element, whenever you want to, that is a job scheduling algorithm. You say suppose if you want to do that one, okay, there is a priority queue. Actually priority queue is implemented using a heap tree, that is a tree data structure. We'll be discussing that topic in a later. So if you want to give preference to your any element means, that will be placed on your root. Okay, so for your hierarchical classification, I go for your tree data structure. Mostly this clustering or in your data mining, in all other parts they are using this classification, that is this data structure be using. And in order to know that is a relationship between your that is your data, okay, that is a clustering, that is grouping your similarities, okay, to one another. So in that case I can go for your tree data structure. And as we discussed now, okay, in order to solve your mathematical expressions, okay, I can use the tree data structures. Okay, so these are the various areas where we are using this tree data structures. So within this I finish my today's session. Any doubt in this, ma? Students, any doubt?